Hey y'all, this is Larry. Today I'm gonna tell you about the new phone that I got. It's called the Apple X. That's what it is. It's right here. This is the Apple X phone. We're gonna talk about this a little bit today because I think this is the best phone I've ever seen in my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned, and we're gonna talk about the Apple X versus this Samsung Galaxy 9. I don't know. You stay tuned. We'll talk about it.
Well, hey Larry, thank you for being here today. I really appreciate your time and telling us about why you think the iPhone is the greatest phone of all time. Can you please explain?
Well, yes, I can, Zach. Thank you very much for asking. I appreciate you asking for my input on this brand new phone that I got here. So, the Apple X, it's the best phone in the whole wide world.
Okay, well, is there any other reasons why you think it's the best phone?
I just told you, it's the best phone in the whole wide world.
Okay, yes, I understand you think it's the best phone, but why?
It's an iPhone. That means it's the best. There's nothing better than it. There's nothing better. It's the best.
Okay, so you think it's the best phone in the whole wide world. There's no other reason why you think this is the best phone in the world.
Okay, I'll tell you why, Zach. I'll tell you why it's the best phone. Because it has an apple on the back of it. That's why. That's why. Yeah.
Because it has an apple on it? That's why it's the best? Because it's an iPhone? Get out! Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Zach with IT Career Questions. I hope you enjoyed that skit. If not, I'm sorry, but I had a great time. In today's video, we're talking about the iPhone X versus the Samsung Galaxy Note 9. Before we begin, I want to let you guys know that this video is brought to you by EC Council. If you guys are interested in getting certifications such as the Certified Ethical Hacker, you can go over to eccouncil.org. And if you're really interested, make sure you reach out to Leanne Benham at eccouncil.org. There's a link in the description below. She can help you over there in getting some discounts. So let's talk a little bit about my history so that you guys can understand where I'm coming from in this video because it's really important. I first started out with an Android phone. It was the Droid 2. It was great. It worked fantastic. Took great photos at the time. It did everything that I needed it to do. And then probably about 2 years later or so, I went to an iPhone. And I couldn't even tell you what iPhone it was. Probably like an iPhone 4 or something at the time. It was a really long time ago. And I liked it. It was great. It was fine. It did everything that I needed to do as well. Took great photos. But it was an iPhone, and it always was the same thing over and over and over again. And that continues to this day. So I used the iPhone. It was great. Everything functioned fine. And then probably about a year or two after that, I went to the first Galaxy Note phone that they had, and I fell in love with that thing. It was perfect. It was one of the nicest phones that I've ever used. And then I broke it, so then at that point, I couldn't even tell you what phone I went to. It doesn't even matter. I started working a new job, I had my own personal phone, and then I also had a work phone, and then my work phone was an iPhone. I'm pretty sure my other phone was just another Samsung phone, as far as I can remember. And, you know, both phones worked great, did everything I needed it to do, right? There's always this huge debate, like, which is the better phone? Why is this better, and why is that one better? Who cares, right? That is like the point of this entire video, and I'm telling you right now before you get too far into it. So how we got here today in doing this video is about 2 weeks ago. I'm going to show you guys this. About 2 weeks ago, I broke my Pixel. Yeah, there was a screen here, right? Here, look at will it focus? Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's the damage that was done to my Google Pixel 2, Google Pixel 2 XL. So clearly out of commission. Yeah, I think we can all agree on that. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to give iPhone another shot. I'm going to try it out and see what happens, see how I like it, and see if it's improved any. Knowing full well that nothing has changed, right? I mean, they've made like minor improvements here and there that, of course, other providers have had for a while now, right? So why not? Give it a shot, see how I like it. So later in this video, we'll get to why I'm holding now this Note 9 and I still have this iPhone X. Let's talk a little bit about each phone independently. So the iPhone X specs I will put up on the screen. If you guys are familiar at all with phones, you probably know a lot of these specs. It has the A11 processor, it has 3 gigs of RAM, it has a great rear camera and front-facing camera, it shoots in 4K. Yay, fun times, right? Great specs. So what are the cons of the iPhone X as far as I'm concerned, in my personal opinion. The iPhone 10 cons. There's a delay. Like, I've noticed this delay when going through different apps, trying to load apps, getting into, different settings and things within the phone. It seems like it's delayed, and I don't like that. Like, it's kind of annoying to me, and I shouldn't really be that annoyed by something, but the fact that, like, my Pixel was, like, really, really fluid, I don't know. It just, to me, it doesn't seem as fast as my Pixel 2. The camera is slow. Yeah, when I go to click on a picture, there's a delay there. Like, I hate that. I want that instant gratification. As soon as I hit that button, it takes a picture. Now, I've played around with this a lot, and just so you guys know, I do dabble in photography, so I have a general sense of what is going on and how to operate the camera within a phone, right? It's just slow. I don't like that. It's not my thing. There's nothing there to it. So I don't understand why it doesn't work. The biggest thing I think that bothered me, honestly, about this phone is that there's no home button. Yeah, like, why? Why did they remove the home button? Like, that just drives me crazy. Like, there's nothing down here. You have to, like, swipe up to, like, make things happen, and that's really annoying, and it does not work as well as I'd like it to. And it goes back to kind of the delay. It's just, it does not function properly. It's not smooth, it's not fluid, it's just dumb. Speaking of dumb, facial recognition, stupid. It's stupid. I want a fingerprint reader. I got really used to that fingerprint reader on the Pixel, and I was really hoping it would be on this phone. And I was really hoping it'd have the home button, but, what do you do? The facial recognition is stupid. In the dark, like, it doesn't even work, so then I have to put in my PIN. That's really annoying. One of the other things that really bothers me about the iPhone is that it hates Google. Yeah, it absolutely hates Google. It just does not seem to really jive well with any of the Google services how I would like it to. I set up every single Google app that I've used prior to having this iPhone, and still nothing works the way that I want it to. The only cool thing that I saw, and I don't know if Google has changed this on the Android devices or not yet, I haven't checked it, but the Google Opinion rewards, if you have an Android device, you get the Google Play credit, and on the iPhone, it actually gives you monetary value within PayPal. So they actually pays you out through PayPal, which is really awesome. I really like that. I would love to see that on Android. So that one actually is cool. It should go in the cons thing, or it should go in the pros. It should go in the pros part, which is next, but it's not, because whatever. One of the biggest things about it hating Google was the fact that I could not get Chromecast to work with it at all. I tried like everything that I could possibly think of. I reset that Chromecast like 3 different times, deleted everything that I possibly could. It still would not connect. But of course on an Android device, it was just like, boom, it works. It's like, oh, that's great. That's fantastic. Thank you for doing that, Android. I love you. The other thing that I really despise about this phone is that it still has a lightning adapter. Come on, Apple, you put out a MacBook Pro with USB-C ports and you can't even make a dang phone with a USB-C port? Oh, you guys kill me. You guys kill me. I hate it. Can't stand it. And the last con about the iPhone, it's an iPhone. It's the same crap all the time. Any way you look at it, it's the same. Nothing has changed, and the changes they made suck. So let's talk about the pros of the iPhone. Well, the Apple syncing is cool. The way that all the Apple devices sync together properly and well and nice and dandy and all that. And iMessages go from my MacBook to the phone. It's great. It's nice. It works really well. That's a pro. And the other pro would be, it's an iPhone? I don't know. I'm out of pros. I don't like it. So let's talk about the Galaxy Note 9 specs. As you can see up on the screen, and if you're familiar with phones, you kind of know already what's going on. It has the Snapdragon 845 processor, which is a really fast processor. It has 128 gigs of storage built into it, and I can also throw a micro SD card in there. The iPhone does not let me do that. It also has 6 gigs of RAM, which is double what this iPhone has. 6 gigs of RAM, which is more than the new Pixel 3 even has, right? That's crazy and really awesome. That's one of the big reasons why I didn't get the Pixel 3, to be honest with you. And again, of course, the cameras are great. They function well. Everything about the phone is really nice and dandy as far as I'm concerned. It has a huge screen, one of the biggest screens that is on the market right now. Note that I said one of the biggest screens. So overall, the specs are great. The specs pretty much are better than the iPhone. They're better than a lot of phones that are out there. So let's talk about the cons to this phone. It's not a Pixel. It's not a Pixel. It's not an iPhone. I don't really have any other cons for this phone. And the reason why I put it's not a Pixel as a con is because I really wanted the Pixel, but the Pixel just did not come through how I was really hoping it would. I was really hoping it would come out with more RAM and just maybe some other improvements within it. So I was really disappointed in that aspect. And you know, the Pixel with the fluidity of the Google products, I mean, it's fantastic the way that everything syncs properly, just works properly because it's all Google, right? I mean, it's great, right? Yeah. So the con is it's not a Pixel. Right? That's it. I really wish I could have got a Pixel, but I didn't. So let's talk about the pros, right? The pros is that it has a large screen. Again, one of the largest screens on the market. Cameras are outstanding. The 6 gigs of RAM, and it loves Google. It does actually function really, really well with Google. Those are the really only pros that I can think of and have noticed so far with this phone. Again, it functions great. It should work properly all the time, and I should not have any lag or any type of slowdowns given that it has 6 gigs of RAM, right? So we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll update you guys later if I find something about it that I don't like or more things about it that I do like. But there's a summary here. There's things to be said with cell phones. At the end of the day, a phone is a phone. Does it make phone calls? Does it receive and send text messages? Yes, that's kind of what a phone is supposed to do nowadays. It's a smartphone, so does it do the other functions well? Does it do those other functions as well as you would like it to? Does it work for you? That is the most important thing that we can talk about within this video. Is there a clear winner when it comes to phones when comparing them? No, there is no clear winner. Buy the phone that you like. If it's what you like, it's what you like. It's great. It works amazing for what you want it to do. Don't let me or other people out on the internet and YouTubes tell you why one phone is better than another and take their advice for it. You have to go out and test these phones for yourself. You have to figure out what you like. I figured out that I hate the iPhone. I knew I hated the iPhone before, but I really wanted to give it a second chance. I cannot stand it. The Note 9, however, I love it. It's a great phone. Maybe I just really love Android and the way that that entire operating system works. That could be it, right? Who knows? It's my opinion. It's not your opinion. You guys can have whatever opinion you'd like, but don't take my opinion as this is the most accurate assumption of what these devices represent, because it's just my opinion. So go out, get the phone that you like, test everything out as much as you possibly can. And a lot of times you can take a phone for like 14 days. You might have to pay like a $50 restocking fee or whatever the heck it is. But you know what? It's honestly worth it. So you're not stuck with an iPhone that you absolutely despise and you're still paying for it. Like this idiot right here. However, the wife is going to get this phone. So it works out. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, hit me up in the comments below. I know this is a little bit different from all the other videos that I put out, but I really wanted to talk about these two phones today. So if you guys enjoyed this, please let me know and I can make more videos like this. This was actually kind of enjoyable because it was completely different from what I do. So that's it. That's all I got. Enjoy making phone calls on whichever phone that you absolutely love. I however, will not be making phone calls on this phone, so take it easy.